This pumpkin roll cake is something I've always wanted to make, but I was afraid that rolling up a hot cake just freaked me out, and I thought with gluten-free it's going to be terrible. But instead it was moist, delicious, and amazing. I can't wait to make it again. Hi, I'm Carolyn, and this is the Chili Bakes Gluten-Free podcast and YouTube channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you haven't been here before, I'm the gluten-free baker that makes things so good you won't miss the wheat. And I believe that, and I won't make it unless it tastes amazing. Anyway, let's get to baking. I'm super excited. So get yourself a medium-sized bowl, and we're mixing together the flour. All the dry ingredients go together. Soda, flour, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, all that stuff. And it's just a really quick whisk, and you're done. How cool is that? This is a super easy cake. And then we're going to set this aside. The wet ingredients are 3 large eggs, and we're going to put those in a medium to large size bowl. It's not a lot of batter. 1 cup of granulated sugar goes in. You can just whisk it. You don't even have to get out your mixer. It's pretty darn easy. Whisk it till it's smooth. We need some vanilla extract and pumpkin puree. I really like Libby's because it tastes the best. We're going to mix that till smooth and then gently stir in the dry mix. We don't need to mix it too much, just make it smooth. Then into the prepared pan it's going to go. It's a pretty liquid batter, and I like having an offset spatula or maybe the back of a spoon to make it smooth. I didn't do a good job here, but I did the best I could do. So then it bakes in the oven about 11 minutes. I tested it at the middle, which meant it had a poke in the middle. Not great. When getting it out of the pan, you might need to run around the edges with a spatula, and then you just pull the whole thing off while it's hot and gently roll it with the parchment into a tight circle cylinder. I didn't do well here either. Anyway, while that's cooling, we're going to make the cream cheese icing, and you put all the icing ingredients in the bowl, and you're just going to beat it till smooth. The best tip I can give you here is make sure the cream cheese and butter are room temperature. Then you unroll the cooled cake roll. Mine totally cracked. It was a hot mess here. That's okay, just keep unrolling it. Now comes the good part, the icing. So you're going to smooth it on in an even layer. You get it all the way to the edges, which I did not do, and try to make it even. Also didn't do that either. The good thing about the icing is it holds the cake together, so even though it was cracked horribly, oh my gosh, my cake is so cracked, it was fine. Make sure you roll it up without the parchment this time. You want the cake and icing together. Now you have this big, fat, squishy cake roll, and you're going to roll it tightly. Plastic is better, but all I had was foil. You're going to chill it at least an hour, and then you unroll it. I took the funky ends off because mine didn't have icing in them anyway. I just ate those as a tester. Boy, they were delicious. Then in order to plate it, all I did was give it a powdered sugar dusting. Look at how cute that looks. And use a serrated knife. Mine was horribly dull. But look at that. I was going to say beautiful swirl. It's wonky, but oh my gosh, it was tasty. Yum. This was so delicious. Such a fall favorite I've never tried before. I am making this every year. This pumpkin roll cake, what's left of it, is super moist and delicious. It is so, so good. Has way more flavor than the ones in the store. And it was easy to make. I didn't make it perfect. In fact, it was pretty messed up, and it still turned out amazing. This is a 2-day-old piece because I forgot to film this part, and it is still moist, delicious, and amazing. It's good. It's amazing. It's gluten-free. Gotta make it.